Bonjour, this is Lisa Marie with Lisa Marie Coaching, and I'd like to thank you for being here for our Tagxedo tutorial. I'm really excited today because we will be covering some advanced strategies as well as some basic ones to get you feeling like a pro in no time. If at any point this tutorial seems a bit overwhelming, that's okay. Slow down a bit. Also remember there is a PDF tutorial as well that you can print out, and between the two, I promise you, you'll open up Tagxedo and you're going to feel like a master, because this is one of the few programs that actually takes minutes to do. Minutes. There is not many programs. I mean, even PicMonkey, has its complications when you first get started. There's a lot of complexity, a lot of different features it has. Let's see, PowerPoint, oh my goodness, right? There are a lot of different things that you can learn. But with learning WordArt, this is going to be one of the most powerful things that you can do to help amp up your business presence and your branding and your marketing in a very short period of time without spending much of your time doing it. And that's one of the exciting things that has me hooked on WordArt. Not only that, you can, like we've discussed, you can use WordArt in so many different places in your marketing, including your website, Facebook. I'm drawing a Pinterest. How much time does Lisa Marie spend on Pinterest? Not as much as I probably should. But this also includes not just online marketing, but offline marketing. So it's really, really, really exciting. So here we are at Tagxedo.com. And by now, in order to get in here, you're going to probably have to load Silverlight. Now, I do need to tell you that there are times people have a little bit of problems with loading the Silverlight, and it's not so much whether it's a Mac thing or it's a PC thing. Sometimes it just takes one or two times to be able to get through it. Okay, maybe a third time, but once it finally works, it works great. So you can either start by clicking on Create, the orange button over here, or click on Start Now. You can also do some other fancy footwork here and put in a URL or a Twitter ID if you know where specifically you're going to be auto-populating your WordArt. It's kind of like a shortcut. So you are able to do that. Then there's some advanced features down here once you get familiar with Tagxedo that you can go ahead and fill out, like if you have certain preferences where you know that you like certain fonts or themes. But right now we're just going to dive right in. So we're going to click on Create. And the first thing you're going to notice that if you don't put in a URL or something to auto-populate, they are going to show you this default, which is this Earth, and it says Mother Earth a bazillion times. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and take care of that. But one of the things I'm going to point out is you can see some of the different fonts that they're using, and one of the things you are noticing is this is in the shape of Earth. And this is one of the things that got me so excited, was seeing these shapes, because there's so much you can do with shapes in marketing. And not only do they provide you with some templates for shapes, but you actually can do custom shapes. This is amazing. Very, very exciting. So what we're going to first do is we are going to go over here. Now this is one of the odd things with Tagxedo. In order to put the information that you want in, you actually click on Load. And that doesn't quite make sense. People sometimes are like, where do I put it in? But it's actually load, and just think load text. And then you're going to click on that. Now right here, you can click on a file, like if you have a poem or an article that you want to use, you can actually get it from here. You can also add in a web page. For instance, we could use Kelly's directlysuccessful.com here, or we could even use her web page. So we could actually go through Facebook and then put directly successful, and it would auto-populate it. Now, I've already tried both of those already, but I want to do something a little special. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to be able to put some special words in here that remind me of Kelly and the Honey Badger course that she teaches. And so the easiest thing for me to do was create it myself. So here I have a document, and this is what I would suggest that you do for those things that are like special functions, or maybe something that you want to put on your cover, on your Facebook cover, or an ad or whatever. Okay, you have got some things that you want to do. This is how you do it. Remember we talked about the little squiggly thing, the tilde that you need to put in with words that you want to keep together. Here's an example of that. You'll also notice that some of these words are used several times. Okay, the more the word is used, the bigger it should be. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and take this, and we are going to click Control C to copy it, and then we're going to click back over here, back to load, and then we're going to go ahead and click Control V, and voila, it's that simple. Okay, I would encourage you to save. Don't forget to save, because you may need to make changes. You may notice later on that there's a typo. Okay, if you don't save it, it will not be remembered by Tagxedo. All right, so then now you click submit, and okay, there we go. Are you noticing any words that are sticking out? Go ahead and click X when you're done to get it out of the way. Now, if you point at any of the words, they'll show up here. Pretty cool, huh? Look at all these fun words. Does this remind you of our class? I think so. So we have the words now that we want. Now, obviously, we are going to want to change the shape straight off. Let's go down here to shape. And here's the shapes I was talking to you about. There's the shape menu. We could do like a call out box. Let's see what that looks like. There you go. I like how it says directly successful right across. That's really cool. I like that. So we have that shape. Let's take a look at some other ones. Oh, we've got love, I heart honey badgers. That'd be really cool. Oh, that's really cool. Okay, and ooh, when you click on the shape, I'm sorry, I should have told you this, it adds this extra shading around it, so which you may or may not. Now here's the high heel that you saw me using before. Pretty cool. And that works for those of you who are in fashion, direct sales, well, fashion regardless, I suppose, but direct sales and other things. Let's take a look here. Here's a really cool one. It's a shooting star. That's really cool. But it's a little small. I want something a little bit bigger. Here's a star. And this is actually what I used in the PowerPoint tutorial, was the star. And I really do like that. Okay, let's take a quick look. It's between the star and the call out was really cool. Okay, well, I'm going to stay with the star because she's a star to me. So let's X out of that. Okay, so now what we're going to do, what do you think we're going to do next? We're going to deal with, you got it, color. Color, color, color. Now, Reason would suggest that we would click color here, right? But no, we don't. We actually go down to theme to choose the color. Now, this little button right here is a respin. This is unlock or lock, and this is the theme menu, or what I'd call the playlist. Okay. Now, right here you can click. Well, you can click it there and nothing's going to happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and go down to the theme and let's change. These are the different color themes that are already programmed in there. And each click right now is being recorded into the history. So you can kind of just do that. Okay, now if you want to take a look, this is actually something, ooh, love the black background. And in the custom features, you can actually change your background to any color you want. You can even find the exact color from like your websites or your company's color, product's color, and you can actually change it to that color. I think that's so cool. Okay, let's check. I want something bright. This is actually reminds me of her. It's got the pinks and it's got the gray. I'm kind of looking for turquoise here. And I'm not seeing that, but that's kind of cool. What do you think? Okay, let's try a couple more. You want as much variety as possible so that you can go ahead and make a decision. So you can kind of scroll through. And you notice how the dark backgrounds really do pop. Now you want to keep in mind what you want this for. For instance, if you have like a really dark website, you're going to want something light against it, not dark. And vice versa if you have a really light background. Oh, that's kind of cool. And that reminds me of her colors too. Oh, I think that one's definitely really cool. Okay, so we've got some colors here. Now, we can click respin on color here at this point. And I'm going to do it a couple times and tell me if you can see what's happening here. Yep. It's little micro changes of color. And each one's being recorded. So I can kind of figure that out later when I'm done. Here is where we have our playlist. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, now right here it shows you what they currently have. A lot of these have also uploaded. So you can go ahead and select the ones you want them to use or unselect them. Okay, you can also add fonts, which is really cool. You could even create your own font using your own handwriting or even your kids' handwriting if you wanted to. So that's really cool that you have those options.